Hey guys, what's up? Brother Shinobi here, coming at another video, and in this video, I want to show off my PSP pickups that I've gotten. Now, I have a lot of PSP games, and I have it sectioned off into little areas, so I will show these. I'll say what kind of games they are, but I won't be going as in-depth as I usually do. So, first off, we have some UMD videos. We have House of Flying Daggers. We have Kung Fu Hustle and Ninja Scroll. Okay, now we have some, multiple games. There's SNK Arcade Classics and Gradius Collection. The Gradius Collection has Gradius 1, 2, 3, 4, and then Gradius Gaiden. So, that's pretty cool. 5 different Gradius games on one game is pretty cool. Then you have the SNK Arcade Classics Volume 1, which has Art of Fighting, Baseball Stars 2, Burning Fight, Fatal Fury, King of the Monsters, Last Resort, Magician Lord, Metal Slug, Neo Turf Master, Samurai Showdown, Sengoku, Shock Troopers, Super Sidekicks 3, King of Fighters, 94, Top Hunter, and World Heroes. So 16 games on one disc, which is pretty crazy, and they're all pretty cool SNK games. Okay, now we have this game. It's called Fantasy Golf Pangaea. And if you've ever played a golf game on the PSP, they're pretty fun to play. And this game is like a Hot Shots golf game, except you play with characters that seem like they're from animes and other things like that. And this is a sealed game. So, this is pretty cool. This is it's not a very expensive game, so definitely pick it up if you are interested in golf games. Okay, now we have some beat-em-up kind of games, like hack and slash games of the sort. So first off, we have Dynasty Warriors, which is complete. We have Monster Hunter Freedom Unite, which is complete. We have Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep, which is kind of an RPG, but mostly it's a hack and slash kind of game, and this is sealed. We have God's Eater Burst, which is actually a really cool game that I would definitely recommend to anybody because it's kind of like the Monster Hunter series, but it has a few different things that you can do with it, so it's pretty cool. We have Kenkabancho Badass Rumble, and this game is a pretty cool, it's a pretty solid 3D, you're not just restricted to going left or right. It's like a beat-em-up game, kind of like, I don't want to say it's like Street Fighter, but it kind of is, but you don't have to, you're not restricted to a screen, you can just go around and beat up other things. So this is a pretty cool game that I would definitely recommend to anyone. We have Soul Calibur Broken Destiny, which has Kratos in it, and it has one other character that I can't remember the name of. But this is it's Soul Calibur ported to the PSP. There's not much else that's special about it. Let's see. We have a Japanese import game. It's Bleach something 4. Now this is actually a really awesome fighting game. So I would definitely recommend this if you can pick it up cheap on eBay, because you won't be able to find a copy of it in the US unless you get lucky on it. We have Guilty Gear XX1 Core Plus, which is complete. We have Blaze Blue Calamity Trigger Portable, which is complete. We have Dissidia Final Fantasy, which is actually a really cool fighting game. It's like mixed with an RPG and a fighting game, which is pretty interesting for the Final Fantasy series, and it is a double-sided thing. I just preferred the black side over the white side. I think it looks a little cooler. We have Half Minute Hero now as we get into the RPG, more geared towards kind of games. Half Minute Hero is a really interesting RPG where you have half a minute to go through different stages. You have your traditional RPG stages, your action RPG, you have a shooter stage, and there's a stage where you summon enemies that you fight eventually. So this is actually a really cool game that I would definitely recommend. Now that we're getting into the RPG section, almost every single game I would definitely recommend you to look at because they are all really awesome games. Right here we have Phantom Brave, and Phantom Brave is a really cool strategy RPG. You can recruit souls from the dead to fight for you as you anchor them down to other enemies, so that's pretty cool. Definitely a game that I'm interested in playing. We have Prinny 2, and Prinny 2 is a platforming RPG-ish kind of game. It's a really hard game. You die pretty easily as you are a weak character, but they do give you 999 lives, so really cool game. It has some really awesome platforming, it's just a really cool game that I'll definitely recommend to anyone. Right here we have One Piece Romance Dawn. This is another Japanese import, and this is kind of like a hack and slash RPG kind of game. So this is actually a really cool game. I would definitely recommend it again if you can get it. If I'm not mistaken, this was not released in the US, so get one off of eBay, or you might get lucky to find one somewhere else in the wild. We have Adventures to Go, which is a pretty interesting strategy RPG, which is complete. This one's really cheap, so definitely check it out if you're into strategy RPGs. We have Tactics Ogre, Let Us Cling Together, which is a tactical RPG game, which is complete. Let's see. Right here we have Brave Story, The New Traveler, which is kind of weird because they put their case sideways. It kind of bugs me. But this is, again, a really cool traditional RPG game. Definitely would recommend picking this up if you can get it for a good price. Right here we have Valkyria Chronicles 2, which is a really cool strategy RPG shooter game. So I would definitely recommend this. They did make some other ones on the PS3, but they made this one for the PSP. I don't know if they made any others for the PSP, but this is a very cool series, a very cool game. Definitely check it out if you have the chance. Right here we have Valkyria Profile Lenneth, and this is a really cool PSP game. Basically, you go down to Earth to recruit. Sorry about that. Other humans on Earth and to battle for you up in the heavens. So this is a really cool game. Right here we have Ys 7, which is an action RPG game, and this is sealed. Definitely check out this game or any of the Ys games because they are all very awesome games. Right here we have Jacandia, the Timeless Land. And this is kind of like Half Minute Hero. They give you a certain amount of time to go through it. I'll give you a little look at the back. So it's kind of like an 8-bit-ish. It's an action RPG platforming game. Definitely one that I would recommend to check out. This is complete. Right here we have Manakemia Student Alliance. I'm pretty sure that's how it's pronounced, if I'm not mistaken. This is a strategy RPG game, pretty cool. You can do a whole bunch of other stuff, like make potions and other things, but it's an RPG game, definitely one that I would recommend to check out if you can find it for a good price. Right here we have Blazing Souls Acylate, which is another strategy RPG game. And Blazing Souls Acylate is actually really cool. This one is complete, and I would definitely recommend this to anyone who's looking for a good strategy RPG. Right here we have Growlancer, Wayfarer of Time, which is a traditional RPG with some strategy RPG elements in it. And, again, a very cool game that I would recommend to pick up. Okay, right here we have Lunar, Silver Star Harmony, and this is a strategy RPG, regular, traditional RPG. Really cool game. This is sealed. So this is a pretty cool game. Definitely check it out if you have the time and resources to get it. And the last game we have here is The Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky, which is a really cool strategy RPG. You might have noticed that a lot of these games are made by Xseed. Definitely check out games that are made by Xseed, because Xseed makes terrific RPG games on the PSP and on other platforms such as the DS and other things. So definitely check out that. So those are all the PSP games that I have to show for you guys today. But I have a question. what is your favorite portable game system? It can be from Nintendo, it can be from PlayStation, it could even be a Superboy or something like that you can play retro games on the go. But just tell me, what is your favorite portable gaming system? This is Retro Shinobi, signing out.